Well, hello there, folks. This is the Kraken, and it is Monday morning, the 5th of May. Is it the Revenge of the 5th, or is it Cinco de Mayo? Whichever way you want to go. Anyways, today we're going to be looking at HiDream. Are we living the HiDream? Well, not quite yet, I would say, because it doesn't have the LoRa models that we want, right? So that is one of the things that we end up jumping into. For example, if I come in here to Civet AI, first of all, I want to make sure that I have my nudities turned off. So let me go back down here to the settings, turn off show mature content. Okay, now I can move this over, go back to Civet AI and models, filters. We hit the HiDream button right there. Oh, here we go. All right. So right now, this is what we have. Oh, we have a real skin one that just popped up. That was not there yesterday. There was only 8 yesterday. So there's 4 and 4. So there's a couple of new ones since yesterday. So hopefully this, more and more every day. But that's what I said about Stable Diffusion 3.5. I was like, okay, we need LoRa's. Like that's what sets Flux apart. Is there's so many LoRa's for it. So that is the issue. There's certain things I want to do and I just can't quite do it. But it is what it is. So if you do, again, filters, but this time we're going to hit the checkpoint out. Okay, anyways, so HiDream, here's some checkpoint models and whatnot for you to play with. But if you go to your actual ComfyUI situation here, right? This is a blank one. Go up here to workflow, go down to browse templates, go down here to image. Now, I'm going to tell you right now, for most of us out there, even with 24 gigabytes of VRAM, you're not going to want to do full. It's just, man, it's heavy. It's so heavy. You want to do dev and you want to do a model that's like 16 gigabytes, not the one that's 32 gigabytes. See, like on, for example, Flux, there's like 22 gigabyte models that are like all in one and all that kind of stuff, and it's doable. It's not bad. But HiDream, it's like either 16 or 32. I'll show you right now. Look at this. Oh, 34. Sorry. 34. So like, yeah, here's a full BF16, 34. Here's a BF16 dev, 34. Here's an FP8, 17. You see? So the 17, the FP8 is really the only thing that's not going to kill you. It's really, really difficult. So grab one of these from that link that's right there. You also have your encoders, your text encoders. Click that button right there. This is all part of the ComfyUI now. Download your VAE here, put them in where they need to be. You notice there's a quad clip loader now. And so there we go. So you can see here I have the high dev FP8. Now, if you go back here to, I'm sorry, not there. Do I have the window still open? Here. So if you look carefully, you could find some. Right here is an i1 FP8 uncensored. Now, I'm against censorship myself, but it does lean into, of course, showing the boobies. And I'm making a YouTube video for you guys right now. So I would not do this one right now, but you could. This one also, this Redcraft, updated May 4, commercial and advertising design system. This also is a very good one. And yeah, here's a GGUF, Quantum 5, Q5. A good one you can also use, like, so, GGUF, if you want to go with that. 12 gigabyte. Q4 for 12 gigabyte, Q2 for 8 gigabytes. So if we click here, we can see that there is a Q6. Oh, you know what it is? I just installed an ad blocker. I bet it's the ad blocker. Blocked on this page. I just installed this. I'm gonna turn this off for right now. All right, maybe that'll make it easier. I don't know, we'll see how it goes. I always go by the size. That's a 13. So if you have like, 12 gigabyte, you're probably okay. 16 gigabytes, preferable, right? For the Q6. For the Q8, that's when you need, at least 16 gigabytes, but really 24 gigabytes. Then you have FP8, then you have some workflows. Okay, so that's the kind of thing we're working with here. Grab what you want from the checkpoints here, but they go into your diffusion models folder or your UNet folder, right? So when you download them, for example, let me check out this one because there's an update to it. See how it says 31.86 gigabytes? Like, holy moly, Masacholi, that's quite a bit. Down here, we have FP8 model that's 16 gigs. Again, with all due respect to everybody, it's just, 31 gigs is just too, it's just too much. Yeah, you're going to get higher quality, but I'm sorry, I don't have that kind of, 24 gigs is what I have, and it sucks. It's really slow. So anyways, you'd go right click, save as. Eventually this pops up. We're going to go to models, and then down here to UNet, or like I said, you could put it in like the Fusion models here. But UNet is where I put it, HiDream, and you could see what I have already right here. There is the red crap thing. It's the 16 there. Do I want to replace it? Sure, why not? Let it download in the background because we're not going to be using it right now. I'm going to be demonstrating the normal stuff. Okay, so back here again, and there is the default prompt right there. Now I've done a couple things on mine, and I'll look at my my stuff here just to make sure. Oh yes, the first thing I did was I changed out the latent. So I found one that I really like. There it is, by Narcosis. And this one's, you can see at the top here, it says model type SD3 Flux. Then we have some presets here for ratios. And I just thought, okay, that's the way to go. So I'm swapping out the default, which was that one, with this one. I'm gonna make this a little bigger, slide this right in here, close it right up. And there was no conflicts on that custom node, and it seems to work really, really good. Okay. And of course you have also SDXL, so if you choose to do that. So over here on the dev, because we loaded the dev, by the way, this workflow is identical for full or dev or fast. All you do is change the parameters. So in here we're using dev, so it's the 6 on the, what do they call it? They call it shift. Okay, so it's 6. And then steps 28, might as well just do 30. I guess 28 is like the minimum for good quality, but I'll just do 30 because I like round numbers. Guidance is 1, sampler is LCM, scheduler is normal, and away we go. Now I don't use this save image. I would use image save because I like to have more options. This one is the one I use, and it gives me the opportunity to change a bunch of these things. So that's what I would use. Okay. But for right now, for demonstrating purposes, I'm just going to do a preview image. I'm going to take this off to the side somewhere, and I'm going to bypass it so that I don't save the demo to my hard drive and have to go back and find it and delete it later. Here's a default prompt, but we could come up with something else. So maybe I could take this, we'll drop it into ChatGPT. Okay, we'll just grab that, plop that right in there, make it much better. And we will go ahead and check in everything out, making sure I have all these correct. All these are downloaded in the right folders. This is all set. Let's do a wallpaper size. So I'm gonna go down here and do landscape 16:9 if I can find it. Why can't I find it? There it is right there. 1344 by 768 is what I usually go for. Interesting. Okay. Run. Oh, what happened? What did I do wrong? Oh, okay. So I guess I didn't pick something. To right there. Dev FP8. I thought it was, by default because I had downloaded it already before. So that's the, like the 16 gig version. Go ahead and open up the terminal so we can see what it looks like down here below. I might change my mind here. It's up to you guys, but what I like to do, if I use the Flux resolution calculator, this one, I can add a preview, which shows you like how the image looks, which I think is really cool. And then you have the width and all that coming out. So I could just take this, plug it into that. Then we'll just go right back to where we were. I have to move this up so I can actually see everything at one time. So something like that. So we can get rid of Narcosis for right now. I do like it, but I realize I'm kind of getting a kick out of what I did there. So let's do that. Actually, what we can do is we can just group those. I don't know if you guys are aware of that, but if you highlight them both and then convert to a group node, there you go. See, now everything's in one. So maybe we can just do exactly what we did before. And then we can just do a little preview underneath of it. And then we'll do another run. Oops. What you can see here is it did that. Okay, hold on, stop. I want to do. See, this one says 16 by 9 panorama, and it's the same 1344 by 768 that the other one was. This one was. Okay, so let's take a look at it. All right. So, the sheath of the sword, or whatever that's called in Japanese, is not right. It goes into her hand awkwardly, but her fingers are all okay. It didn't do very well with the car up on blocks, but it did okay with the blimp. It's kind of what I had in mind. This is not a bad image. It's just not like a keeper. Like, and also the handle is, or the, I don't know, whatever you want to call it. This part is too long. That's how AI art works, right? We got to go through several of them to get the one we like. So there we go. I hit go again. This time it shows this. And I like this. I like how that works, right? So that is why this is kind of a cool idea to do as well. Just remember to group them together so that you save room. And now you have access to your batch files, your custom ratios, all that jazz, right? We don't use a negative prompt, but there's stuff in there because with the guidance of one, because we don't use negative prompt. You're right here. No negative prompt. So what are the weaknesses? It is a little slower than Flux. And I do like the quality of the image quite a bit. I think it's nice, but it's not anything better than Flux. Like, I'm not like, oh my God, okay, I'm done with Flux, I'm moving away. No, even without the LoRa's, Flux is still the same. Like, I don't think that Flux is worse. What we do get though, is we don't get Mrs. Flux for a bit. Like, if you're tired of all the Flux models looking exactly the same, we don't have that. Okay, here we go. Very similar. Her hand is lost behind. Now we have the Kraken lives up there instead of on the blimp or the Zeppelin, whatever it is. So another failure, but not bad. I would like to come back to this and say, if it makes any difference. Okay, we can close this part out. And so are we living the HiDream yet? Guys, get whoever it is out there that makes LoRa's, please go fast. So images and filters. HiDream. All time. There we go. So as you can see, I mean, there's some cool images here, but because there's no LoRa's, it's going to be all prompting. Look at this kind of, I'm doing Androids right now for a project I'm working on. So anything Android related, I'm digging. Here's a fantasy. You guys know I'm into fantasy quite a bit. So yeah, it's very good quality. I liked this one for some reason, but there's no prompt for it, so I can't see how they did it. That's an illustration. Oh, that's kind of cool. Wow, that's quite a prompt. Oh, it's using a Redcraft too. Okay, so maybe I'll check that out in a second. We'll look at that together, and then I'll end this video. Okay. All right, where are we at here? Well, I thought it was redoing it, wasn't it? Did I not hit go? I thought this whole time it was going. All right, so oh, okay, that's what I was doing. I was asking I was asking this for a new prompt. That's what I was doing. And hit Control A to highlight everything, and then see if we can get a more true to life image this time. Yeah, I'm not going to be using this one. This one. But yeah, it's pretty straightforward, guys. There's really not a whole lot we need to worry about on this. Not a whole lot of custom nodes really to add to HiDream yet. If you want to go up to Manager, Custom Nodes, and type in HiDream, there's a couple. There's a HiDream sampler for lower VRAM for NF4. You got block swap. This is a simple HiDream block swap node for ComfyUI native nodes. Works by swapping up to 18 blocks into the CPU to reduce VRAM. Probably important to have. And then down here are 3 nodes for the HiDream knob thing. And if you click on it, and then you go in here and see what those are, you see if it even tells us. Doesn't really. But I don't think there's anything special. Like, we could install them just to see what happens. The Kraken lives. It's on par with Flux on the text. Okay. So let's do a refresh real quick, or restart. Get that out of the way. Oh, I see a lot of cannot find. Oh, what's it saying? Cannot import HiDream. Failed to import diffusers low. Okay, so I'm gonna have to work on all that later. God dang it. Look at all this. We have to restart it. We have clip text and code that it splits it all up. I tried messing around with that. I even made a custom GPT that's, to put it in that format. Here we have this. Not quite sure where it goes. Does it go here? I'm not sure. Here, Control A, Control V, and then it was using Breadcraft. All right, see what happens. Okay, looks pretty cool to me. Let's change the aspect ratio real quick. We'll go more of a tall portrait. And I also want to try changing this. See if it makes any difference there. Oh yeah, it's down here. Okay, so that last one was cranking in at 2.65 seconds per iteration, or 114 seconds to do whatever it's got to do. This one's doing the same speed apparently, or close enough. But that is also because I am recording using OBS Studio. Okay. Looks pretty cool to me. I didn't notice any difference in performance. Maybe if I did the higher 32 gig one, it would make a difference. But yeah, that's HiDream. Make the same thing. Copy it. And we'll go into a Flux, right? A Flux workflow. Workflow. Browse templates. Flux. Flux dev. Okay, here's the default for Flux dev. I'm gonna take that save image. I'm gonna do the same thing. Actually, I'll just delete it. We'll just do a preview image. Everything's default. Flux resolution calculator. I'm gonna pull this off to the side for a second. Plop that there. Plop that there. We'll do portrait. Take both of these. Right click. Group. Do that. Now we have that going up there. Exactly the same thing. For the dev, we're going to come over here. Flux. I'll do. Oh, it's a load checkpoint one. Okay, I'll just use this one, which is FP16 all in one. We're going to come here. I'll do this. And no LoRa's or anything else. So we're trying to keep this as even Steven as we can. So as soon as the other one's done, we'll come back here and click it, okay? Like, that looks really cool, guys. I gotta admit, that is badass. That is really cool. Here, in fact, I'm gonna right click and save it just so I have a copy of it for later. And I can bring it back and get everything the same. Okay, and so, yeah, I'm just gonna dump the memory out here so that the VRAM clears up. And we'll head on over to the other one. And I'm gonna hit run here. And it's gonna load up the checkpoint. Meanwhile, we can do the same thing, load diffusion model. Dual clip loader. Load VAE. Okay, and so we can come here. We have clip L. We have T5XXL. We have to put this on Flux. This is going to be, yep, this standard. And up here, we'll do Flux. It's the full, I think it's the floating point 32, the big model, the 23 gigabyte model. And we just go model, the model, clip, the clip, clip, clip. VAE goes all the way over there to that. And all we needed. You know how fast it was? Like I was just screwing around. And I like that too. I like this too. I think that looks really good. Look how much clearer the eyes are. Let's go back. Okay, look for skin details. I think the skin is probably better on HiDream. With the eyeballs, like, you know, the detail on the irises and stuff. Go back to Flux. The iris is a little bit off center on the pupils. Or pupils are off center in the iris. Sorry, I said that backwards. I'm not dyslexic, I promise. Okay, we'll do it again. And it's also check the speed. That was 1.95 per second. And also this time though, we're loading the full model. Remember, I changed it in the background, right? I changed it to this. Yeah, see, so as soon as I turned off OBS, it was fine. I need to get my other computer that's behind me over here and hook it up so I can do some recording without filling my CPU. But there we go. So there's another Flux one. You can see I like the eyes though. I think they're more clear than the HiDream one was. But I like other things about the HiDream over this one. So it is what it is. And look, it was 2.25 with a 46-second prompt execution. So once I turned off OBS Studio, it was really quick. So don't go by my speeds. Go by your own speeds. And this was, of course, the full floating point 32. All right. So I think we have some comparisons now between that and that. Again, I do like this quite a bit, though. Do another HiDream one. Okay. Yeah, I mean, the textures are what I like quite a bit. Skin texture looks really good. Eyes look really good. The textures of this, like plastic or metal or whatever this is, actually supposed to be like metal, looks good. I like this quite a bit. I don't know how you guys feel about it, but I really like that. So anyways, that's HiDream. But I think that with the limited LoRa support at this point, I have a lot more fun with Flux. Like obviously that is an ugly image. Like I don't want that image. But I find that Flux, overall, especially if I go in and, you know what I mean? Like we go to, oops. We can hit up again a Civet AI. Do I have a Civet AI already open here? I can go to, yeah, that one right there. Like that looks really cool. Although we're not getting that out of that prompt. Here's nodes. We can copy the nodes, come back over here, and just paste it right in and see what they did. Okay, so now let's look at it and check it out. So there they have the same thing, got all that going on the same. Okay, we have CFG 0 star. That is what? It's a model? I don't have this. I don't have this on mine, do I? I have no idea what that does, but yeah, I don't have that. Okay. VA decode. Oh, they have an upscale model going. Okay, fair enough. K sampler. 15 steps. Interesting. But they're using DS and beta. Interesting. Save image. Flux guides is turned off, so they might have been using this with Flux as well. Got SD upscale, save image ultimately. Fair enough. And they have a shift of 2 down here. Oh, that's going to that. Okay. But they don't have any over here for the K sampler. Or do they? Oh no, they do. It's going to both. Interesting. Okay, well, let's try that out. All right, so we have a shift of 2. And they had DS and beta, right? My dog wants to go outside, so I have to go let him out. Let's run this. I'll be back in a bit. Okay, we're back. Interesting. We got the metal, and the skin texture is pretty cool. I'm digging that, aren't you guys? I think that looks pretty good. All right, well, anyways, I'm going to wrap the video up here. That is HiDream. I guess we should play around with Shift a bit. I'm still not convinced this does anything. And whatever this does, I guess you should probably grab that as well. And don't be, like I said, don't be afraid to mess with the shift there. And also the sampler and scheduler, don't leave it on default. You can play around with that as well, get different results. So yeah, with that being said, I guess we're out of here. You guys all have a great one. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe if you would. I will see you on the next video whenever I get around to doing that. And until then, take it easy.